Hello everyone, Sandy here. Today we are taking a look at this little gem, the Little Monsters Tarot. This deck has been around for a while, but it's been out of print. So when the creator, Peony Archer, decided to reprint this deck through Kickstarter, I backed it immediately. At the same time, she also ran a reprint of her other deck, the Efflorescent Tarot. I didn't back that one though because I felt like I needed to choose one of them, and the Efflorescent Tarot had not been on my list before. So this one came in a little while ago. I haven't actually looked through the deck yet. I've taken the liberty of taking it out of the plastic. I looked a little bit at the cards, but not all of them, because I wanted to go through them for the first time here together with you guys. So together with the deck, I also received two stickers. One sticker that belongs to this deck, the Little Monsters, with the holographic there, and then one from the Efflorescent Tarot, a bit bigger right there. So let's get started, shall we? The box is really pretty. It's got holographic details in the stars. The box came a little bit dinged up, but I'm not too fast. And this here is the text on the back of the box in case you want to pause and read that. You're welcome to. Right, let's dig in, shall we? I've waited long enough. All right, so the little book that comes with it is hardback, and I love that. And we have some more details here on the book that are all flashy and holographic. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but either way, it's very pretty. And here we have the deck. So this deck is special in that sense that it's shaped like an oval or like an egg. And this is, from what I've read on Peony's Instagram, this is what she had in mind for the original first edition of the deck as well. But that one was rectangular and then just had the oval shape as a outline around the creatures or the little monsters. Now, it's very difficult to see, and I don't know if the camera is actually going to pick this up because it's almost imperceptible in real life as well, but the edges are actually a matte silver. Not at all shiny or glittery. It's like very, very subtle. If you're in a dimly lit room, you're not going to be able to see it really, but maybe you can kind of tell from the chatoyance, or from the, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not chatoyancy, or maybe it is chatoyancy. I don't know. I can't remember now. Well, you can tell here a little bit when I'm wiggling it about. The backs are so pretty. It's like a starry sky, and it's exactly like on the box. It's got these holographic foil details there in the stars as well. All right, let's get started with the walkthrough. Now, I know very little about this deck. The book, I will stop and read some entrances in the book. We have, the little book doesn't come with, well, hang on. It comes with a little welcome. Here we go. The book and guides. Hang on, let me have a look here. So the tarot is by Peony Archer, and I'm guessing maybe the book is written by Olivia Ephraim Pepper. And here we go. How to read the tarot card spread for the Little Monsters tarot called a nest. That's very cute. Then we have butterflies, eggs, seeds, and then we get into a little bit of a write-up for the major arcana, and then straight into the majors. And then straight after the world we have, oh, hang on, we've got a little, yay, we've got a little ribbon here as well for keeping your place. I love that. Yeah, so after that we get a little write-up for the minors. I think I saw that as well, yeah, the minors, and then straight into the wands. And then we have, yeah, acknowledgements and about the authors. So here we go. Here we have a little bit about the authors as well. If you're curious, you can pause and read that. All right, now we're going to get into the cards finally. So here we have the Fool. So adorable. I really like how it's just kind of standing there with this little plant in his hand. Almost looks like he's squinting. Here we have the Magician, and this is the same monster that we had on our little sticker that we received. Here we go, I mislaid it. And we've got the lemniscate here in its belly. Very cute and fussy. And it looks like the little ball here hovering on top of his hand is actually a combination of all of the suits, just like in the traditional Magician. It looks like we have the pentacle or the coin at the bottom, and then we have the wand, the sword, and the cup overlaid on top. Something that's interesting as well that I'm seeing now is that, well, it looks like he's winking, first of all, but also you can see here on top of its hat, we've got a plus and a minus here on the hood, on each side of the head. I don't know if that's intentional, but that will be fun to find out. We also have here on each side of the chest, we have what looks like a sun and a star there, which is also really interesting. Could be, you know, could be a nod to the sun and the star in the later on in the deck, the sun being all, you know, illuminating and truth-seeking, and the star being hopeful, you know, which is both things I would kind of see in the Magician as well. Super interesting. All right, the High Priestess. Oh, hang on. Some of these are really intricate and kind of difficult to understand what you're seeing at first. So let's go right in and have a look. So from what I can tell, let's see here if I can find this, something to point with. Here we go. So what I can tell, we have her eye here that's closed, and we're seeing her in profile. We have the little crescent moon on the top of her forehead there. She's hugging the white pillar, which is something I've never seen before. It's very interesting. And here we also have vines of pomegranate, what it looks like pomegranate at least, climbing up on her back there. Super interesting. She looks very serene as well. All right, I'm gonna have to pick the I'm always like this. I always take so long for the first cards, and then I realize I can't do this for each and every card. The Empress. She does feel empressy to me, the way she's sitting with, you know, all leaned back and kind of relaxed. And it looks like, actually, if you look closely as well, you can see kind of like wheat sticking out from her head, or at least it looks like wheat to me. And that is such a cool nod to the traditional Empress. I'm not sure if these are supposed to be legs or horns or what it is, but it's fun. I really like the facial expression on her as well. Ooh, the Emperor. Oh, he looks so stern. So fun. Okay, so we've got, oh, yeah, we have a little nod here with the ram's horns, like kind of almost hidden by the hair there. Then we have this staff. It feels like he's laying down the line here. These sleeves kind of remind me of like a stalk of a mushroom almost. So cool. The Hierophant. Wow. That is interesting. Well, we've got here the traditional hand signs that the Hierophant usually has up, although usually the two fingers are together like so and not open like so. It looks like he's kneeling down in devotion, kind of fitting for the Hierophant as well. Yeah. The Lovers, oh, they're so sweet. They almost look a little bit like, you know, the body look like they're slugs. Kind of funny. I like the facial expression here as well, like they're really connecting to each other. Oh, the Chariot is so sweet. It looks like she's riding a ghost almost, but you can kind of see the speed here. It's like she's floating through the air, and almost like she's dreaming as well. Or you get the feeling because the eyes are closed and she's kind of riding this, what looks like a duvet almost. Yeah, cute. Strength. What am I looking at here? Oh, right, I see there's a person there as well. Right, at first I just thought this monster here. And then it took me a while to see this face here that's wearing some kind of hood, and then here we have the arm that's hugging the little monster and the feet sticking out behind him. Do you see it? It's very sweet. The hermit. Oh, I like this one. I always like all hermits. Or at least, you know, if I don't like a hermit card, it's difficult for me to like the deck. But I kind of like this one, kneeling down with amongst some dandelions, it looks like, and this glowing orb in front of them. Yeah, I kind of like that one a lot. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. Two monsters, oops, standing in front of a big wheel. Justice. Okay, that's interesting. So, it seems to be balancing two sticks or two wands. If Justice wasn't there, I would almost guess that this would have been the Two of Swords, but all right, the Hanged Man. That's interesting. It looks like they're wearing some kind of helmet with horns and a big eye on the forehead, kind of symbolizing that clarity or different perspective that you can gain through the Hanged Man. It's very cool. Death. Oh, that's such a sweet little death. Look at that face. Oh, I like the little nod here as well to the Rider-Waite-Smith rose there, or the rose that they use at least in the Rider-Waite. I think called the Tudor rose, maybe. I'm not sure about the history there, but I recognize the rose at least. All right, Temperance. Temperance is another card that's important to me. I do really like this one. Simple, all the different most important things are there. The juggling of the liquids between the cups, the foot in the water. The Devil. He looks quite cheeky. He's got little flies flying all around him. Almost, I think this is the cutest devil I've seen, maybe, so far. All right, the Tower. We've got a tower, lightning, and some monsters with wings flapping around the tower. It's interesting. Here we've got the Star. Dressed in a shroud of stars, it looks like, with a star right over the chest area there. Let's take a closer look at the face as well. I can't quite decide if this whole thing here is just one eye, one kind of angry eye, or if the eye is just the, like, it's a closed eye with a little slit there, and this is like just the cheek. The first option kind of freaks me out a little bit. It looks very angry. So I'm kind of hoping that it's, or I'm gonna choose to look at it as just closing her eyes there. All right. Ooh, I like the moon. Oh, that's so cool. I like how we have the moon faces kind of here just on the back is so cool. The sun, we follow the same theme here with a cloak representing the sun. But what is going on with the face here? Is there a face here? Like, is this a very difficult, is this a very awkward angle to keep your head? I don't know, is that a face? I see a face. I see two eyes, a nose, and a mouth there. The chin is very awkward as well. That's so interesting for a sun card. I think I'm gonna read that one later. Judgment. Okay, that's also interesting. Trying to climb up. Or are these stilts? Or are they trying to climb up a ladder without any ladders? Very interesting. And then we have the world. Here as well. All right, picking up the pace a little bit with the minors. Here we have Ace of Wands, feeling like potential there. This leafless wand just sticking out of this pot of soil. And, Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Very classic stance there as well. Four of Wands. Oh, that's interesting. This looks like this little child is, well, either the child is giving or the parents, I read it as parents giving this child this pot of wands. Five of Wands. I think this is the least action I've seen in a Five of Wands card. I'm not saying I dislike it, it's just different, and I kind of like how they're all just kind of standing there like, so are we gonna fight soon, or what's happening? Six of Wands. It's just sitting there rather casually on top of all the wands, like this little bird face. It's cute. Seven of Wands. Interesting. You'd feel like that little thing that they've built here is going to topple over from the weight of him. Eight of Wands. Here we've got classic Eight of Wands, but with birds. I kind of like this one. It's got a lot of motion in it. Oh, this Nine of Wands is so cute. Look at its little face. With a little eye patch. And Ten of Wands. This kind of makes me think of you know, the story of the three little pigs and the wolf that comes to destroy their house, and he's just here kind of probably destroyed the little piggy's house that was made out of sticks. Yeah. Child of Wands. Oh, that one's so sweet. I'm a sucker for crescent moons. I like that. Alright. Knight of Wands. Ooh. That face is a bit scary. But here again we have crescent moons on the robe here. 4 arms and 4 feet. Queen of Wands. Ooh, she looks very alien-like. But we've got the sunflowers and the wand. And the King of Wands. Interesting. Ace of Cups. It's an interesting cup we've got here. We've got waves, and then it looks like flames inside of the cup. Two of Cups. I don't know what the first thing I thought of when I saw this was that this monster has poisoned this monster by giving him a poison cup. Which is not really what you want to think about when you see the Two of Cups. Maybe I need to reframe it. This monster is so comfortable with this monster that he can rest next to her. Oh, this is cute, the Three of Cups. Look at these monsters. It's like little, I don't know, but they're so cute and weird looking. I really like that one. Oh, I love this Four of Cups. Look at this guy. It looks like he's just sitting there in like part hut, like it's like a part bush and part part monster. I really love this one. Five of Cups. Oh, he looks slimy. He's so sad he's melting. Like the essence of the spilled cups are just kind of becoming part of him and like taking him over. Oh, that gives me chills. Okay, Six of Cups. And we've got the little lily there as a nod to the Rider-Waite-Smith. I like these monsters as well. They look like they have like faces like barn owls. Barn owls. I don't know if you understood what I said the first time there. I like it. Almost looks like they have a little tea party. A Seven of Cups. Quite usual setup here with a bunch of different things in different cups. Eight of Cups. This mossy monster is walking away. It looks like almost like the cups are kind of like sitting on top of the monster's like mossy cloak here, so as they're moving away I can like imagine how the cups are kind of dragging along after them. Oh, okay, we have a snaky looking Nine of Cups. It's quite interesting. 10 of Cups. Seem to be juggling. That's a very interesting and different 10 of Cups. Usually we see a kind of like a family scene here, but I kind of like the fact that they are just standing there on their own as well, kind of like an alternative that you can also be fulfilled within yourself. I like that. Child of Cups. Oh, that is so sweet. I love that one. There's no fish in the cup, but they're sweet enough to just kind of get away with that. The Knight of Cups. Oh, that's super interesting. The tail here looks like waves. Do you see it? Queen of Cups. Interesting. I like how we have a nod here to, we've got these cattails. Is that what you call them in English? I think so. I can't remember now. Either way, the things that grow by water. Things that grow by water, because that makes so much sense. Sorry, I can't recall the name now. But either way, here we have a cup floating above another cup with like a drop falling down. And here we have the King of Cups. The whole outfit here is just full of water drops and sea waves. The Ace of Coins. Again here with some dandelion-like plants. Two of Coins. I've seen this one before from the first edition. I think, was it this one that was on the box for the first edition? I can't remember. I think so. I like it though. Three of Coins. Aw, they're all alone. Nobody to collaborate with. Although they also have three eyes. Four of Coins. Five of Coins. That's an interesting take of the five of Coins as well. They're holding this little monster bird in their arms. Six of Coins. Like how he's holding those coins like servers hold plates in a restaurant. That's kind of cool. Seven of Coins, standing there with a hoe in his hands, tending the garden. Eight of Coins. Nine of Coins. Oh, that's an interesting one. This one kind of gives me Hierophant vibes almost. 10 of Coins. Oh, this one's also very different. Almost like he's looking into his reflection in a way. Child of coins. Very sweet. Knight of coins. Queen of coins. I think this one might be my favorite queen so far. Yeah, definitely. Oh, look at the king of coins. Looks so happy. Sitting there on top of his grapes. And last but not least, we have the arrow suit. So here we have the ace of arrows. So arrows instead of swords then. Two of arrows. One arrow is pointing up and the other one is pointing down. Oh, three of arrows. Look at his sad little monster. Four of arrows. Oh, that one's sweet. I like that one. Five of arrows. Sneaking off. Six of arrows. Here we go. A little boat. Sailing off. Seven of arrows. Eight of arrows. Sorry, the face kind of got me there with the little tongue sticking out. Nine of arrows with the little scared monster there. And 10 of arrows. The faces are sometimes a bit difficult for me to make out here. Child of arrows. I like this one as well. I really like the pages in this deck. The Knight of Arrows. Ooh, the Queen of Arrows. I think I like her as well a lot. Very interesting. And lastly, we have the King of Arrows here. All right, this is a very cute little deck. I am a little bit concerned about shuffling this deck, to be honest. The egg shape is not going to be the easiest to handle, I don't think, and they don't slide very well either. So, and I'm not having a lot of hope that I will be able to full shuffle it, because the cardstock is quite thick. But let's have a little try. Oh no, jeez, jeez. Oh goodness, I think I'm gonna have to do it like this, but it's very, very difficult. It is not doing what I want it to do at all. And it's very difficult to get them to line up as well, to be, you know, or yeah, no, that will not bend at all. Let's try the other way. Yeah, no, I can't bend that. My fingers are too small and too weak. All right, so how will I shuffle this? Maybe I should just... I suppose they might get slippier. Oh, that's better. They might get slippier the more I shuffle. No, that's a little bit better already. But like you can see here, there's no... They are not sliding back into position very easily. Oh no. All right, so that's the shuffle test. Better shufflers than me will probably have a better time with it, but it is rather difficult to shuffle. So I've put aside a few cards here that we could have a look at, but we have 2 coins here now and 2. So hang on. I want to read the 5 of coins, and I'd like to read the Judgment, maybe? Let's have a look at these 3. I mean, they look really cute next to each other. Definitely. All right, so let's have a look at the Sun card. Keywords: joy, optimism, vitality, gemstones, sunstone, golden apatite, and herbs, chamomile and sunflower. I like that we're getting all of these correspondences here. That's quite cool. All right. There's a feeling, and I know you know it. The feeling is lying blissful in the sun, half asleep and drifting, warm and full of light, slipping happily between worlds. Maybe you last had it in childhood, maybe you have only ever heard mention of it. Maybe, if you're lucky, you just had that feeling recently. Whatever the case, that feeling is contained here, wrapped up in golden paper like a luminous gift, reflecting light upon the monster's happy upturned face. Symbolized by the blazing image resting golden on its back, which illuminates its spine. Right, I'm trying to see the happy face. Am I just this blind? I don't know. I can't see. I see the face, but it doesn't look very happy to me. But that's beside the point. Let's continue. The sun is a symbol of the return to rightness, not righteousness, just rightness. The knowledge that everything in the world is in order, even in its chaos, its brutality, its loneliness. There is still this vast sense of golden trust that can exist. No coincidence that in alchemical practices, the sun is connected with the human heart, that battery that fills us up with electric power, with the will to do good works, with the strength and with life. When the sun comes up in our readings, a whole new world is dawning around us. The message here is what we can always choose. Is that we can always choose happiness. Nelson Mandela once said, "Live your life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as if everyone is listening." That is the message of the sun. Humility, innocence, trust and joy, but also confidence, belief in oneself, virtue and pride. You are good enough. You are good enough. And the rays of the sun, sing this song as they fall upon you. Okay, that's interesting. I'm pretty sure I saw a reversed. Okay, hang on. So it looks like we get one type of write-up for the majors, and then for the minors we have first one write-up and then the card in reversed. That's interesting. Okay. I wanted to read this part here about the judgment card because I was interested to know about the symbolism here with the two wands trying to climb up. So, in the Little Monsters Tarot, our judgment carefully and serenely balances between two staffs, two souls, two epochs. The monster bears on its shoulders, almost like a burden, the even-armed cross, which represents the unification between the ethereal and the material. All over the world and for thousands of years, the even-armed cross has symbolized the unification of all elements, the cosmic reunion. Here, at the end of all things, every lesson we have yet learned in the Tarot's teachings is synthesized into the biggest, most awe-inspiring truth we have ever known. There is a reason that the part that tells the end of the world in the Bible is called the Book of Revelation. Okay. Interesting. I've also noticed that there are no capital letters in this whole book. Like there are no first capital letters at the beginning of each sentence, which is rather odd. I mean, it doesn't really bother me, it's just weird to see it there, that it's not anywhere in the book, not even in the first in the first sentence. Very interesting. All right, let's put away these ones and read the final 5 of coins. Here we go. Five of coins represents a time of instability, fear, loss, poverty, isolation. Yet within the card, especially here in Peony's rendition, there is great hope. Because compassion exists beyond all struggles of the material world. In spite of any lack in the material, we can find ways to compensate in the emotional and spiritual realms. We care for one another, and that accounts for the greatest riches in all the world. It may be that you feel worthless, unwanted, shunned, rejected, or injured by the world at large. This card especially relates to oppression on a socio-political scale, to issues of racism, classicism, homophobia, transphobia, misogyny, and so forth. But even amidst our trials and suffering, there is a glimmer of hope. Just as was uncovered at the bottom of Pandora's box, and that hope is basic kindness. Because there are always people who want to help, it is just a matter of finding them. Do your best to get your material world affairs in order, but let others help because they want to. I love that. That is so poignant right now as well, considering what's happening all over the world. I really, really loved that write-up. Such a suitable card to end this video on. 5 of Coins reversed. We go here first. No need to be so stoic. No one in this world is alone, not even you. 5 of Coins reversed is one of the biggest indicators to me that a person may be falling into an isolationist self-pity. The idea that no one wants them, no one loves them, no one needs them. This could not be further from the truth. It is essential to understand that there is a reason you were born. There is a special story only you can tell, and your job now is to get out there and tell it. I really like the way that Olivia has written this book. I find it goes so well with the quietness of these little monsters. Yeah, such a sweet little deck. I wish it was easier to shuffle it, I'm not gonna lie. There's not really anything that you can do either to trim this deck, unless I start trying to reshape it, but I don't want to. This is the way it was intended, and it was very it's such a specific shape of the cards as well. I'm just going to have to try and get used to handling it, I think, and it will get easier with time. It's already a little bit easier, I feel. Maybe with some maybe I could try and get some fanning powder or something that will help them get a bit more slippy. I don't know. Either way, before I sign off, I'm just going to shuffle them a little bit more and put them out side by side for you so that you can see them all together in action. Just trying to think of a deck that I could pair this with. And the first one that comes to mind really is the Heart Align deck. I think I should have, I should have that right here. This one. The boxes even match. They both black with holographic details. And the backs are also holographic details on this one. But this one's just so, I don't know, so sweet. I feel like they would go really well together. I can't wait. That one's, I think those are going to go really well together. Let's put that one there. Maybe should I do a reading for you guys before we sign off? I'm just going to do this for a little bit more so you can see the different cards a little bit together. Look, all the cups because I couldn't shuffle them properly. Oh dear. The Empress, the Hangman, the Emperor, 5 of Coins, 3 of Coins, 10 of Wands. They look so cute together. I really like them. I hope I'll be able to read well with these. So hang on, let me just shuffle and give you a card collectively, together with a card from the hotline. Yeah? All right. Let's do that one. All right. So here we have, I release the need to look for danger in every connection I have. Paired together with 10 of Arrows. Oh wow. That is so cool. You'll even have a little arrow going through the hearts there. All right. I will read the 10 of Arrows for you before we sign off. Here we go. Oof, it says, that's gonna hurt. But at the same time, there's a certain freedom in it, because the monster in the card is certainly dead. It's over. Whatever has been causing you so much stress and fear and pain, it's over, done, finished. You might be laying there, burdened by the weight of this disaster, but at least you know the worst is over, because this is the transitional card between the minor and major arcana. The 10 of Arrows can symbolize a sort of revelation about what is truly important, all concerns of the material world transcended. We can now move on to the major spiritual lessons of our lives. However, if we don't make the effort to truly learn from our errors or foibles, our mistakes, we are doomed to repeat them, to start all over from the Ace of Wands and just go through the same patterns until we can effectively free ourselves from old karmas. Basically, the 10 of Arrows is about acceptance. If you can acknowledge and release, you can move on. Whatever you have suffered through, it is time to leave this particular path and journey forward. And with the information you have gathered, you will be stronger than ever as you begin the next phase of life. 10 of Arrows reversed. Let go, let go, let go. You are holding onto something that will only continue to cause you pain. The sooner you loosen your grasp, the sooner you can keep advancing forward in life. For now, look at the image, 10 of Arrows reversed, as the corpse of the monster resting atop the arrows on display. All that pain laid out for everyone to see. It is very obvious and a bit over the top, this arduous struggle. Someone else may have started it, but you're continuing it by refusing to relinquish a mental attachment to what it means to you. Watch out for victim mentality. It's a doozy. Right. Whew. I release the need to look for danger in every connection I have. Right. That gave me a bit of chills, but either way, thank you so much for watching this little walkthrough of the Little Monsters Tarot. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know, do you have this deck, or are you planning on getting it? Do you like this deck? If you have it, I just want to know all of your thoughts down below. So please take care of yourselves and be well out there, my friends. Everything will be okay.